our last ever mukbang in this uni accommodation. This is the last time you guys are going to see the uni kitchen and one of these mukbangs here. The next one you'll see will be in our second year house. Next week's video will be like our final week and like us moving out of this flat, moving into our second year house. So make sure you guys stay subscribed so you're ready for all of that moving footage for next week. But this is officially our last one that we're going to be able to do in this uni kitchen. We've come a long way from the beginning when we first did our first one. So we thought, let's reminisce and let's get Pizza Hut, because that's the one we did in the first one. Yeah. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't checked out our last video, we did our first year university review. So make sure you check the link in the description if you haven't watched that. Our Instagram will also be linked in the description if you guys want to follow us there. And without further ado, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And we hope you enjoyed this video. Should we say what we have? So we just have a regular medium pepperoni pizza. And then we have just a margarita. And then we have 5 chicken strips. And I just have some water on the side here in a mug. And let's eat. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired. This first year is not for the weak-hearted. I'm tired. Do you think it's... I just think these past few weeks, because it's like coming to an end, I'm like ready to go. Like I love being here, but it's kind of like, you know, when it's, you just feel like it's time. We've been enjoying ourselves and it almost gets a bit too tiring. And it's almost time to just go home, recharge, and then come back for second year and like be better. But like when I got that email from the reception being like, oh, goodbye, we hope you enjoyed your time, make sure you like clean your room, clean the communal areas, take out the bins, give your key back in. I was like, wow, we're actually going. Like I feel really sad. We hope you guys stay subscribed and you stay for our second year journey when things will be better, do you know what I mean? And yeah, hopefully. It'll be like a normal uni experience. But we already started like taking down some of the decorations that we put up in the kitchen. And we started throwing things away. But I feel like I'm gonna cry. Just because like, no, don't cry. But I just feel like when the fridge is empty and the cupboards are empty, that's when the tears will start. The tears will start coming. We first ran down the corridor when we were here. And we stood right there and we took that video and like we're the first ones here. And to see it empty, that's gonna really flash back and be like, whoa, like we actually had our first year. The last mukbang that we did, we were in semester 1 and we were week 5. So we were 5 weeks in and that's when we did our first mukbang, and now we're literally 1 week before we go. And we've done like all our exams and stuff. The last few weeks, like we've been going out a lot more. Things have been opening up, so I have been more physically tired. Like, restrictions have been pushed back to 19th of July, so if we're back in Birmingham to like do a bit of clubbing, then maybe we'll come back. But these past couple of weeks, we've just been like trying to sort out second year housing, our summer job, things like that. So I feel like the summer might not be one for the books. Like I was like, this summer's gonna be the best summer ever, depending on like where we'll be. Like I did want to do experience clubbing in Birmingham, so maybe we will come back in the summer. And do that. I feel like because we have work commitments, you still want to make sure you have a good time. But I also need money for second year, because do you know what I mean? I need money for second year when I think about it. Someone on TikTok said that the transition from A level to first year is not as big as first year to second year. I agree with that. First year, just because it's completely new, it's not really like a... It's like a foundation year. It's like a foundation year. Nothing's really hard or difficult to grasp. I mean, sometimes it really is, because it's literally completely new content that you haven't learned. Like, when I think about the stuff they taught us in A-level, like a certain topic, you're not even learning that anymore. You're learning a completely in-depth thing. The jump to second year is definitely going to be a lot harder. 100%. I don't know if it's going to be online again or not. I like a mixture, I'm not going to lie. I think a mixture would be nice. I think the thing with second year, when you're in first year, you can make mistakes. It's like by second year, it's like you should know the routine by now. Like you don't know, but to be honest, I kind of don't know because it wasn't like a proper first year. So I feel like I don't want to be making mistakes, and people are like, "Are you in second year?" I'm like, yeah. And you see me running to my lectures or something. Do you know what I mean? And first years are looking at me like she doesn't have her life together. Like I've never walked into a lecture hall of 200 people and had to find a seat. I've never had to do that. I want that fear. And you're gonna sit at the front or back? Middle. Really? Yeah. But one thing I hate about being, when we go to teaching and learning or something, when you're waiting on your laptop and you're sitting further down, I feel like everyone's judging my laptop screen. And I hate that feeling. That's why I'm only thinking, let me be at the back, because I hate the feeling of people judging my laptop screen. I have to be constantly typing so then they think I know what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? To also like walk into the wrong lecture room just once. Sitting in the wrong room and they'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm in the wrong place. And have to say, I need to go, or just stay there and stick it out. Do you know what I mean? Some people actually sit there.
I feel like it's a bit weird if you walk out. It depends on how sly you are. If you're making noise and people are looking at you.
What if you get up and leave? Do you have to explain?
Like, I always wondered, if you need the toilet in a lecture, do you have to tell the lecturer, oh, I need to go to the restroom? Or do you actually just get up and go? Like 20 of you, and you just get up and walk out. I feel like I have to be like, oh, so I'll be back in a minute. No.
I don't know. It was a seminar.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be like, would you put your hand up and be like, oh, I'm in the wrong place, sorry, I'm just gonna leave? Or would you just start packing up your things and leave?
I'd probably, it depends on, if in a lecture, I'm more likely to just get up and go. In a seminar, I might say something, depending on if the lecture doesn't look scary.
Okay.
We need to make more friends on our course, because I actually want to be able to go to a lecture and with someone and know someone.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to always just rely on you. Like, I want to make more friends. I feel like if it was normal, we would have made a lot more friends in our course.
People have come up to us recently and been like, oh yeah, I do the same course you guys, I've seen you guys on the Zoom. I'm like, when do I put my camera on? And you know when you've been in a breakout room and then like you forget to turn off your camera before you go back into the main room and then your camera goes on. That was like 2 seconds though. So I think it was semester 1. Do you think, because semester 1, I'm not gonna lie, in functional anatomy and stuff, I would put my camera on and it would be the whole time my camera would be on. I'd be sleeping sometimes. I just don't know how people can remember it from semester 1 being like, I saw you in the Zoom.
Because we're distinct. Even in the start of semester 2, I put my camera on. Did you?
Yeah, maybe like 1 or 2.
I feel like, because a lot of subscribers are coming to Birmingham in September,
I'm not gonna lie guys, I'm scared.
I'm scared. We can't be walking around looking bummy. There's people watching who will see us, and we can't be walking around looking
like idiots, yeah.
Because we could just be walking, but
that's one thing I am scared of at second year, is like, because I know loads of you guys comment, I'm coming in September, I can't wait to see you around campus. I'm like, oh, if you see me and you catch me and I'm not looking my best, that's embarrassing.
It is. Sometimes you just want to quickly pop to Aldi, but you have to make yourself look presentable. We're going to talk about our Netflix, what we've been watching recently. The first thing we watched is Lupin.
Lupin? Arsène Lupin.
That show is absolutely
incredible.
amazing.
It's incredible.
It's so good.
Like, I think it came out like last year, didn't it? I don't know why it took me so long to watch it. I just thought it's like, oh, it's like another money heist, but it's different.
I think
it's emotional. It's more emotional.
I think Lupin is better than Money Heist.
Yeah. Yeah. It's part of it, yeah.
There's a reason for what he's doing. In Money Heist, they just say, oh, we're doing it because we're not the bad guys. That doesn't... actual like
real motive,
emotion and that storyline, and it really gets you, and you're sitting there angry and annoyed and upset.
Honestly, it's such a good show.
It is such a good show.
When actors like act in French, I feel more emotion. When
it's
in Spanish, I'm like, it just seems like I'm not getting the emotion.
When they speak in French and the English subtitles are on, I can read it faster than when they speak Spanish. When they speak Spanish, the subtitles go so quickly that I have to go back just to make sure
I caught what they said.
I'm understanding what's going on in the story. We watched Elite
season 4.
Elite season 4. That was okay. I feel like
the previous
done
seasons were better.
It's just okay.
It's because it was a new cast, but the previous seasons were better.
They were a good cast, but it was kind of the same old problems. And right now we're watching Queen of the South. I've only watched the first 2 episodes. Have you watched the whole thing?
I think I've got 1 more to the end of season 1. There's 4 seasons.
4!
I didn't know this. There's like 12 episodes in the first season.
I'm gonna be there for so long. 4 seasons is too much.
It's a good show. It's a good show though. I would say if you can, top tip, if you're moving in this September, pack less. Just pack less. I am kind of worried about next week in terms of packing everything away. Like, am I gonna be able to get it in that car? So we've decided that like when we pick up our keys, over the next couple of days we're gonna be like moving stuff over, like we're having to walk there like a couple of times a day to drop off stuff and things like that. All of you lot with your LED lights, I hope you don't get a fine for taking the paint off the wall. It flashes too much. Do you know what I think sometimes it's just too much going on, there's too much light. I just didn't know how I was gonna put it up. I'm not tall. That's what I was thinking.
Well, you didn't have the energy or effort to put it up. You just did fairy lights. Finding a second-year house. We need to go back to the curriculum for England, because they don't teach you these basic life skills or basic knowledge about housing or just anything like finance. Because when they were giving me contracts and I had to get a guarantor and I had to do this and I had to do that, I was like, whoa, you're just throwing me in the deep end to find myself a house. And the contracts, you've got to read them and you've got to do your bills and pay deposits and all of this, and we don't know what we're doing. We're just going with the flow and we learn as we go.
because we didn't learn any of this in school.
There's going to be certain things that we're going to need to do in the real world that we need knowledge on, and we don't have any knowledge on it. Like, we should have basic knowledge on finances, on housing.
Going to Google or asking other people, or what your housemates doing, or what you guys doing, how did you guys do this? my highlight of first year.
When they do on Love Island, best bits and worst bits.
I would love to get a little video montage and they put all my... You know, people do those TikToks. I'll probably make a TikTok of... I can't really say a specific day. In terms of a time period, I would definitely say from after Easter being semester 1, semester 2. That first time we went to Circo. The very first time we went to Circo.
Yeah.
That night. When we went to Snobs a few weeks ago. I really enjoyed the music there. Cheer filming. Those filming days and Circo and stuff. The day that we did the barbecue on the Vale with Claudia and Beth, and then we went to like La Pop, and then we went to All Bar One with Suzette and Charity. I think that day was a really good day as well. It felt like summertime. That was the first time I wore like a dress.
Yeah. My best bits has probably been being with the cheer girls. I think definitely like the start of cheer. Like when we were training, like we would go in and we do like explosion, like training for the dance and stuff. That was really fun. Yeah. I think that day out when we went to the Vale and we had that barbecue, that was really funny. Anything that we've done in a flat, like even when we sit, like at 10, it'd be like 11 o'clock at night and we'd all be sitting down having our waffles and ice cream and we'd
having discussions on playing Never Have I Ever, things like that.
Like just, I think being in the kitchen, like having our late night talks like every single night.
It's hard to go back and remember like all the little bars and like clubs and things you went to, but every single one of them was good.
Yeah, definitely like Snobs and Circo have been my favourite so far, like all places I've gone. I haven't experienced enough to say what my best bits were, but what I have experienced, I would say those are my best bits. I think my worst bits have been like in terms of work, like points where I would just be stressed. Be like that time where like I didn't save my essay. The time I didn't save my essay and my computer crashed and she was crying and it was due like the next week and I'd lost everything and I literally just broke down and started crying by the door because I just thought I'd worked so hard on this essay and for my computer to literally go skr and it was like you were like, okay, just go in, because I had typed like at least notes that I could maybe use my notes to rewrite it, but that crashed as well. Like in that point I thought
her notes, her essay,
and I thought, oh my gosh, this is the end of me and it's due next week, and it was getting good. Yeah, like, my essay was getting good. The computer was on my side that night and I got it back. And just one tip, save your work, no matter what you think.
Is that your worst bit? Is that really your worst moment the first year when you lost your work?
I think that's the most stressed I've been about work, was that point. That moment was the most stressed I've ever been. I don't think I was really stressed about work.
I think my worst point was that essay, I'm not gonna lie.
Do you think?
The process of that essay I think was the worst, the worst
bit of
point
uni.
for me, yeah.
The fire.
Oh, that was a low point having the fire, but it was also a high point in the end. There were just certain points in the semester where I was just getting really tired. I was just getting angry with biochemistry. Like I just didn't...
Because it just felt like it was never ending.
Protein metabolism.
It was lipid metabolism.
That's when I was like, this is low. Like this is I want to go home.
I haven't had like major like hiccups or issues or fights with flatmates or anything like that. Like there's no way. Ever like lost it or got angry at someone.
I don't think we even argued that much.
No, not big arguments.
It would just be we're sitting doing our work and then she's getting a bit, and then she just takes her chair and goes back down the corridor. Do you know what I mean? That kind of stuff.
I don't want to work with you anymore.
Yeah, she doesn't want to work with me. That's it.
Yeah.
It's actually been quite good. It's actually been quite good. And those little hiccups, it's just part of it. It's part of it. You look back and you laugh. And you laugh at yourself now that you cried on the floor about your essay. You felt you still down to that today, that you needed to cry.
Yeah, I did.
I just sat there and I was like, what can I do?
You were just like, write it again.
Just write it again. There's no point you sitting here crying about I can't get my work back. You might as well take the time like...
I have all my references as well. All my notes with my references.
But the time that you're crying is the time that you could be going and looking for those references again. That's what I was just thinking. Matt Hancock quit. Matt Hancock quit, yeah.
One side of it is that he was breaking COVID rules. And the other side of it, on top of that, is that he was having an affair. Not even respect for himself, but his wife and his kids found out that he was having an affair this way. And I think that's the worst thing. Yeah. For a child to see their father having an affair with another woman who he hired. I feel bad for the children and the mother, but
Wouldn't they have fired him?
I feel like they would have fired him, so I guess they probably told him it's best that you
just quit.
That's what happened to Piers Morgan.
The second semester bucket list, we said that we wanted to try and go to like a party in every accommodation. And like, next week is ending, so like I haven't accomplished every single one of them. Secondly, there's no way that I can go on the Vale and go to one of the accommodations for a party just to tick it off my bucket list. I've stood outside. I haven't gone in.
I just want to see.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Because how could I leave and not see the accommodations that are here?
Like you have. When I first saw Shackles on an open day, I was like, wow, this is like a hotel. Like, because the reception, not the reception, like by the bit downstairs by the Melt is like with the cost cutter and everything. I was like,
the vending machines. It felt like a little reception,
like proper. But next week, guys, when the video comes out, we're gonna tell you what flat we were in. So maybe next year, some of you guys. But if you guys are living in our flat, that would be funny. When you guys move in and you move out, you cannot even imagine, when you've been living there so long, you can't even imagine that someone else was living here. Like someone else had my room. I know that someone had my room because someone scratched on my door, Sophie Lee. So I know there was a Sophie Lee who used to live in my room, but you just don't think, because you just feel like this is ours and this is going to be no one else's. It's going to be literally a new energy is going to enter this place.
Yeah.
And we would have been long gone. No one would have known. They would have forgotten that Jessie and Jessica lived here. It wouldn't matter anymore. The first sports night next year with Chip, don't wear makeup.
Yeah.
Because your face is going to get ruined with Marmite and flour. Yeah. I haven't done initiations. I haven't done like knockdown ginger. Do you know what I mean? Knockdown ginger on the flat next door. I haven't done that. Up there, they're throwing eggs out the window. Have I done that? No.
Make proper friends with the people in your block. Jessie, there's people in this block that we still haven't made friends with.
Can you believe it's been a whole year and we don't know
who's living. Person.
People that I've seen recently that I didn't know lived in our block. Like I see them walking out and I'm like, you live here?
You live here? We hope you guys enjoyed watching our little quick mukbang, our last ever one. We basically talked about uni, our thoughts for second year, how we think it's gonna be. I think we're excited. We're tired.
Yeah.
This is the last mukbang in this lovely uni kitchen. It's been a great time. We've enjoyed the facilities here. We've loved this kitchen. We've made memories. We've laughed.
We've laughed. We've cried. We've experienced a lot of firsts in this kitchen. Make sure you guys subscribe and get ready for our final week of uni vlog that will be coming out next week and us moving out. So make sure you guys like, comment and subscribe and we will see you next week for the final time.
Of first year.
Of first year.